Tax collections from January are down for the 7th consecutive month, and that's putting added pressure on the Healy administration.
This as the state's tab for the emergency shelter system continues to grow by the day. 22 News State House reporter Ellen Fleming explains where your tax dollars are going.
This fiscal year, every month has fallen below benchmark, and January was no different. December marked the halfway point this fiscal year, and at that point, tax revenues were running $769 million behind projections. This led to $375 million in spending cuts, and the state needing to tap into $625 million in non-tax revenue. Mass Health was the biggest cut made, reducing that line item by $294 million. However, no resident in Western Massachusetts will lose their eligibility. Now, January is the fourth largest revenue month of the year, and this year it's falling behind as well. The state collected $3.59 billion last month, which is below actual collections in January of last year, and $263 million below the revised benchmark of $3.85 billion. Doug Howgate of the Massachusetts Taxpayers Foundation said this isn't cause for serious concern yet.
You want to make sure you're seeing year over year revenue growth. And when that stops being the case, again, it's not that it's time to panic or things are fundamentally different than they were a few weeks ago, but it's another sign that we're in this time of kind of stagnating tax collections, which begins to put pressure on this year's budget and certainly puts pressure on next year's budget as well.
Now, a point of contention when it comes to state spending is the emergency shelter crisis, which is expected to cost the state close to $1 billion this fiscal year. Secretary of Administration and Finance Matthew Gorkowitz said the budget cuts weren't related to the crisis because they plan to pay for that shortfall with one-time funds. Now, the administration believes that the cuts they made in January will be strong enough, so no further cuts need to be made this year. Working for you at the State House in Boston, Ellen Fleming, 22 News.